Okay, I want to show you guys something that'll save some other people a lot of time. I was going to swap the vent motor on my Whirlpool microwave here. Somebody gave it to me, and I have a regular, just a regular hood over my range. Anyways, to save you guys some time, I looked at these screw holes on the back, and it didn't appear as though there was any screws in it. So I wound up, as you can see here, basically taking the whole case off and trying to figure out. I couldn't get this thing to lift up. Let me point here. I couldn't get this whole thing, the whole unit to lift up. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't see any available screws. Well, let me tell you, these screw holes right here are way recessed. So the screws were like 1.5 inches in here. You can see that's how far back they were. So I didn't realize that there were still screws on there. So I basically did too much work. So if you guys look for those 2 screw holes, or look for any kind of recessed screw holes, and you'll see that there is in fact, and let me find them. Here were the screws that were in there. You can see they're not very big, but they were recessed, and so they just caused a bunch of chaos. I'll show you how easy it is once you get those 2 out. I wouldn't even have had to take this apart. I could have just lifted it up, and you can see, I'll set it sideways and then show you. You can see that's what the blower motor looks like. And easy as pie, would have taken like 2 minutes instead of like a half hour to take all this stuff apart. But I was hoping to share this with you guys so that you didn't waste time like I did. On a good side note though, taking all this apart, I was able to see there are some areas inside here when you get a used microwave. It was pretty greasy. That's the side where the air intake is, and it comes into the side of the blower motor. And it was really greasy, thick grease, gooey grease on it. So what I was able to do is, since I had it apart, I was able to completely clean that out pretty good. And it should help with any kind of odors that might be accumulated from whoever you got the microwave from, if you in fact install a used one. If you install a new one, you may still have to do the blower motor flip, and I'll show you what happens when you go to put it in. You just flip it this way, so it's pointing upward, which is the way you want it, and then you just boom, drop it in, and you can see now the motor is pointing upward like it should be. And then the screws just go back into the holes and you're good to go. And anyways, hope this video will save some other people time of goofing around like I did. So learn from my mistake. If any questions or comments, leave them on the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day. Okay guys, I want to do a quick video. What I'm doing today is somebody gave me a over-the-range microwave to replace the microwave that I have in my kitchen, or not microwave, but rather the hood that's in the kitchen. So looking forward to putting this up. Had a problem with the blower motor, getting it swapped, but I figured it out. You can see that in another video that I did. Something I wanted to address with you. When I went to do the swap, this whole area was filled with grease. I mean, it's really dirty, as was the side of the unit. That's where the air intake occurs. I cleaned most of that off now, but just to give you an idea of how profound it was. And this just after being in a house for a few years with average cooking, not really any kind of greasy cooking or anything. Anyways, you can see where big accumulation of like lots and lots of stuff. I sprayed this cleaner called Purple Power on it. I'm not endorsing this. This is just the one that I had picked up for other projects, but it seems to work real well. I've already done this side, and you can see it's a dramatic improvement. Most of the air I think gets circulated through here, but you can see after spraying this on, I'll do a quick wipe, and you can see where, here, let me get a spot done. You'll be able to see where that is how clean it'll wind up being, and then you can see the areas around the circular area that I did are still really dirty. So I'm going to work on it and get this hood or this case spick and span, and then anyways, just if you're going to replace the microwave, if you don't want to have odors or what have you from the other kitchen that it was cooked in, I would just recommend taking the case off of it. It was only about I'd say about 10 screws, 12 screws that held it in, so it's not that big of a deal. Of course, you want to be very careful because there are parts in there like electrical stuff Don't touch any of that. You might get a shock. I'm not sure. I'm not an electrician. So do this at your own risk. But anyways, get this all cleaned up. It'll probably be a much better microwave experience once you get it all put together. Any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments area. And remember to like the video and email it to all your friends. Thanks. Have a good day. Okay, this is the over-the-range microwave install continued. You can see when I got to my, I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but when I got to my setup here, you can see, or maybe you can't see, it's a square box. It goes all the way up, and then this pipe actually comes down and just terminates. It's a 7-inch, and the adapter, the only one that will really fit, because I have a square or rectangular outlet on my microwave. You can see it's a little bit smaller than that rectangular size. This is a 6-inch, and that's only 1 inch bigger, so it's got to be a 7. There's not really any adapters, so we're going to have to use some aluminum tape here to try to get it to work together. Looks like somebody probably did that before, so probably on the right track. Anyways, I just thought I'd show you guys, and I'll show you once I get it up there. I think to make it work, we're going to have to actually assemble this with a microwave in place on top of the... By the way, if you're going to do this, I recommend putting something like a moving blanket or a lot of blankets on top of your cooktop so you don't crack it or damage it in any way. But once I get this all put together, I'll show you how it looks, and then we'll go ahead and try to put it up and see if it works. Okay guys, here we're at. We've got everything ready just about. You can see I got it all laid out with the proper washers, got my drill bit ready, got the bolts. I just happen to have these bolts laying around. Very fortunate, had it in my kind of junk box, so they will work for suspending it. We're going to have to put holes in the up to the top level up there. We'll also have to drill a hole for the electric wire and for the electrical box that you can see we're going to install right there. So that'll go up top. We're going to actually, because there's no real way to properly attach the vent to the actual hood. So what we're going to do is we're going to wind up using the aluminum tape. So once I get it all put together and I get the tubing on it, then I'll do an updated video. I'll show you what it looks like. Thanks. Okay, I want to show you to get the proper measurements for the bolts that we have here, because I don't have any kind of template that came with it or anything. I just had to measure out from the edge and from the back, and then cut the appropriate holes in the top of the cabinet here, or the bottom of the cabinet, depending on how your perspective. And then what we'll do is just go ahead and once we get these in the back plate bolted up, then we'll be able to hang it on it and then pull it up, and we should be good to go. Okay, I want to show you where we're at on the project now. You can see everything, all the wiring and all that stuff is done. I'll get the appropriate box when I go to Home Depot in like an hour, and I'll wire that correctly. I wanted to get this up though for my family and roommates and so forth. Anyways, now we're going to start the process of taping this. I'm going to use the metal tape, and I'm just going to tape this as best as I can all the way around, and then tape it all the way here. And then we'll go ahead and loft it up on the edges, and we'll see how it works out. So I'll show you a video when we get this up here. Okay guys, I wanted to show you basically this is what's going to happen. I've adjusted the angle properly so that it will go straight up the chute, and then I should be able to meld it to this or tape it to it. I've got to do a better job of taping around the back and all that, but that's the basic part where it's going to be. So anyways, I'll show you more when it's going further. Okay guys, once I got the microwave up there, looks like it's going to go in place correctly and so forth, but there's a problem. I couldn't get to the hood to properly, I don't know if you can see it there, but to properly tape it to the top of the microwave oven. So, what I decided to do was go ahead and pull out the stove which you can see I've done now, and it's over here. And I'm just going to get it attached directly below it. I'm going to add another layer of on top of this to get it closer. And once I do, then I'll attach it properly, and then I'll just lift it almost directly up into the proper location and then bolt it in place, and it should work okay. Alright, I'll show you the product. Alright, here's how we were able to get this accomplished. You can see this is probably not the most professional. A few boxes piled up, piece of wood to stabilize, microwave, and ta-da! You can see it is wrapped around both the adhering to the microwave, adhering to the adapter, and adhering to the pipe. I might put another ring around there, but probably not necessary. But you can see it's done pretty good. Oh, got a little part here on the end that I'm glad I took the video here that I did not get. I'll put a piece on that. We'll tighten that up a little bit, and then it should be ready to go up. I think this is going to be easier than the other method of putting on top of the stove. Probably less danger to the stove being broken also. So anyways, and I'll put it together now. Okay, the microwave is in. It took a little doing, and I had to go to the Home Depot and get an additional bolts. You can see here, had to recut the hole like twice. It's really hard to line up. I should have made maybe a template out of cardboard, but anyways, it worked out okay. Just used some big washers there to spread out the load evenly. You can see it is now up there. I've got the vent fan is working. You can hear that. I'll show you the underneath view. See, there's the lights on. I haven't put the, you can see it was used. It's got a little blemish here. Not a big deal. I mean, if I really, really cared, I would, maybe replace the door, but it was free. And you've probably seen from my other videos, this is the $300 kitchen makeover kitchen, so money is at the premium here in the kitchen makeover. Anyway, so here's the inside of the microwave. Person I got it from, well, it's not very clean, so I'll give it a quick wipe down, maybe with some lemon juice. Seems to work pretty good, but other than that, got a fully functioning Whirlpool microwave, and it's installed. Haven't set the clock yet, but other than that, everything went in pretty smooth. I had to apply another round of tape near the bottom where it attaches right below the deck there, right below rather the underside, and I had to apply one and then push it up, and it's sealed properly. So it's nice and sealed now. Everything will go outside, and now the next task is to go ahead and put the put away the massive amount of tools that I have out, but also to put the stove back. And I'll go ahead and do that when, and then I'll show you guys a video of the finished, cleaned up product. Okay, guys and gals, looks like it is finished, and kind of got the area cleaned up. That's where my old microwave used to go, and I'm going to reserve that to be a like a coffee stand area where I'll have my coffee machine and my grinder and so forth, and probably a jar of raw coffee beans. But I digress. Anyways, the microwave is in, and it is looking good. Everything fit really nice. I'm glad that I wound up having to take the unit apart because it allowed me to do the cleaning that was done inside. You saw earlier in the video. You can see I was a little concerned about the height. I thought it was going to be too low to the burners, but there's plenty of room. It doesn't. You can't see. I don't think you can see because of the perspective in the video, but there's plenty of room. It's got to be like 14 inches. So not only will all my pots fit under there, but also should be sufficiently far away to prevent any damage from the burner's heat to the microwave. So real happy about that. Everything fit nice and snug. Fan works, light works. Obviously, I'll give you a shot with the light turned off here. You can see that's how it's going to look at nighttime. Oh, you can see the reflection of my aquarium in the background there, but on top of the microwave. But anyways, so it came out pretty good. So anyways, if you guys have any questions or anything, or if you're having any problems installing it or anything like that, Feel free to shoot me any questions on the video, and I'll be happy to help in any way I can. Thanks for watching.